almost flawless, honestly. From just like the laning stage after being punished and pressured so hard from that Bane, but not going down numerous times. This game, definitely an early game possibility here for NIP, and it's also hard to judge the Naga because we're not exactly sure like how it's going to be built. It is Ameame who's taking it, and he is heading towards the mid lane, even though there are mid items on XM. So they're still looking for this matchup. Kind of curious. I guess they probably want the lone druid, you would think, for the Razor, right? But they're also going to be happy with just the Leshrac. I guess they're thinking like, yeah, if Naga can just farm for free. And yeah, here's one thing about mid lane, right? The creeps, you can pull the first wave in mid.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Ameame couldn't get that range creep under the tower either, even with the mirror image. We saw people doing this with the Alchemist at the Minor, actually. It was pretty hilarious. Thompson literally, he just ran between the tower and just grabbed the wave as Alch. It's pretty good. And now, but yeah, this is quite the strat here from 3-3. Let's get him 2 waves, basically for free. But Ameame is very tanky, right? Naga starts with 7 armor, so she's happy to come in here and dish it out between these 2 heroes.
And she's pretty fast, too. 325 without boots. She can scoot around.
So that courier was running the whole way down through here, and it looks like Peter caught it. I'm not sure.
With his life. Maybe back the other way. Foddick next to a decent stun. Roll forward. Socks on the Earth Spirit. Trying to set this one up, but they might not have the damage. XM on the run. He will finally fall. The Goat Man picks it up. A 1-for-1 down the bottom lane.
Yeah, even though it's first blood for LGD, I'm going to call that in favor of NIP for sure, just because they got the courier. Because that means Ameame is, if you look what his build is right now, he just came with tangos and branches, and he's got some Wraith Bands queued up, and, well, not going to be getting those anytime soon. It's going to be another full minute where he just has to sit here without benefiting from his last hits.
True. We'll see how he handles it in terms of CS. Checking in up top, we've got Ace on the Ursa. Chalice hops in and actually turns to do a lot of damage as X-Nova was on the run. It's still only level 1 Bane who did pick up Enfeeble. Actually don't see this too often at level 1 these days.
Yeah, I've seen a couple players going for it lately, actually. It's kind of like it started at the Minor just a little bit. Like I'd say like half the Banes are doing it. I'm still not convinced. I feel like Brainstab is just like so much stupid value early on.
Yeah, very few spells that swing like that do damage and heal. FY in a lot of trouble here. Does have a bottle, but Saksa with the Orb of Venom might have an advantage. Nice toss. Gonna try to sip up that bottle to get away, and now Saksa out of mana will not be able to secure the kill. Yeah, I think the Enfeeble makes a lot of sense in situations like this, where it's a fairly static situation, and you know that Ace is just struggling. 3-1 right now.
They also had the Lucky Shot early on too, so whenever he was Enfeeble, he'd like be disarmed for longer and slowed for longer and stuff too, so that's kind of interesting.
Well, that's something. FY TPs to the tower. Looks like Saksa was trying to take that taxi ride back to the well.
So he did get it, and FY didn't get anything for it, right? He he didn't get any experience or gold because he didn't get the tag on him.
Oh yeah, you're right. He didn't hit him. Yeah.
Oh, XM. Woohoo! Now this will be curious. I'm not sure if X-Nova got there in time before Fada died, and it doesn't look like he did. Actually, with his XP, he might have. No, he definitely didn't. Actually,
I'm not sure.
It's hard to tell. Yeah. So either way, he goes down. So I think this Lone Druid getting such a good start in the mid lane looks like a pretty damn good start for NIP, right? Because even if they're going even, I feel like this is going to be favoring the Lone Druid player. I do wonder if 3-3 goes straight for the Radiance like we've seen lately. I think that's probably the play with their lineup, right? Just try and like rush down this game with a really early Radiance.
You think skip the Midas altogether?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what we saw yesterday too, right? If I recall correctly.
Yeah, gosh, I can't remember.
Pretty sure he went straight Radiance. It's become more popular as of late. I'll double check. I got you.
Well, as we talked about a lot yesterday, it makes sense with the nerfs to Midas that heroes that are buying it exclusively for the economy and really not so much for the experience, we're going to see that start to drop off more and more.
It was straight Radiance at 17 minutes for MP, so we'll see how he does.
Yeah, that's something. Mid, still favoring 33. I think definitely happy with this lane setup.
He got the phase boots in level 5. So Ame has to be really careful before he is. Well, even when he's level 6, honestly, this gets a little spooky.
Definitely a little worried for this Ursa right now. They are also shutting down the Razor's farm, though, and now they're going to initiate an XM in a lot of trouble. He's going to fall.
Yeah, they're very insistent on these early 2-1-2s. It's like they're trying to bait NIP to leave the tri-lane. And I guess this also comes from the fact they picked an Earth Spirit, so there's no one who can really help Ace. And yeah, this is a nice play with the haste rune. Yeah, FY should be able to help get this one and hands it over to Chalice.
Yep. Nice, easy setup. So both safe laners really struggling right now. Ursa and the Razor have been shut down very effectively. Mid going the way of 33. And both offlaners doing pretty well, but Pango is king of the castle right now.
33 currently has 2 gloves of haste stacked up here, so we'll see exactly what he's thinking for this match.
Could be the bait play.
Could be a helm too.
Yeah. Sounds
that
pretty
was
good
an
on
old
Druid.
classic. I like that build. Nice and fast. Man, Ace just got annihilated by that lucky shot.
Uh-oh. That going to be another dead bear? They need one more. I don't think they can close the gap. Uses the salve. TP in from Fada. Might be able to turn this around, but we'll have to hit this split earth onto FY. Nice sidestep. Now the toss back onto the Ursa after getting hit again.
God,
And this bear is not having much fun.
Silenced and disarmed like every time. It feels like he's getting all of the procs.
20% my ass. Good old Pangolier.
Yeah, now they'll just shrine up and probably go right back to doing the same thing.
Still very curious about the build from Ame here. He's now gone triple Wraith Band, so just trying to get some value stats early on. 81.
Meepo. Fada mid lane here. Just shows up at level 4. Trying to
Kind of
take this
peculiar, but now Chalice jumps in. He's level 6. That's going to be a Rolling Thunder onto 33. Getting a lot of good stunts here as Ame joins the fray. No point in ensnare, but they've got the damage, and Chalice rewarded for his rotation.
Yeah, no boots, so he couldn't do that last second shift over, as the boots were not on the hero at the time.
Still a good rotation, and now Fada looks like he'll fall as well. PSG.LGD get a double.
Easy for Chalice. I think he might have just salved up during that edict being left over, though, unfortunately.
Uh-oh, PPD. He's got some shackles on Razor, but it might cost him everything.
Dude, Chalice. He's everywhere. This guy just made the ultimate rotation, just like straight down. I mean, sure, it's a little bit of space for Ace, but it was only like 2 waves.
Yeah, I mean, his net worth is still on par with the Razor, and with this siege creep, they were actually able to do some decent damage to this tier 1 tower, transition it into a little bit of a push. They're tier 1 up top, conversely, still very healthy. I mean, Ace is just about to finish up his phase boot, so minimal opportunity cost considering they just got 3 kills in the other lanes.
But what is this? He is just switching the inventories back and forth. So he's got the double glove of haste and phase boots on his bear. Interesting. I guess he's done the math on this, and it's worth it for the entangle and the farm speed. It's like a pseudo Midas.
Why buy a Midas when you can just go double glove?
I guess
I
the
see the
attack
logic.
speed was the big thing, right? Because it was 40 attack speed from the hand of Midas. So he's basically just getting the attack speed via 2 pairs of gloves. Or 2 hands.
All right, fight breaks out. PPD on the back line. Going to get taken out by XM, it looks like. But on the other side, Chalice gets off the Rolling Thunder. He's going to chase down 33. FY in pursuit. Connects with an Avalanche. We'll have a toss. X-Nova even joining the party as 33 will be sure to get brought down. XM, I thought that was going to be a guaranteed kill. Looks like he got baited into the tower, caught by a shackle, and then Ursa TP'd and killed him. So not the free kill on Lone Druid LGD we're hoping for.
No, not quite. Man, he just keeps moving these items. Every time I look at 3-3, he's like shifting these items. Like when they start coming to gank him, he tries to put the phase boots onto his hero and run away. I don't think I have seen Lone Druid players try as hard as he is right now. Like, this is some serious try-hard micro.
I think it'd be interesting if that attack speed actually makes up for you know, the farm speed math-wise compared to the cost of the recipe for the Midas. Very
I
interesting.
think it's just it's like the long-term benefit, right?
Yeah.
As they instantly kill PVD with that ward behind the tower, which he had thrown a sentry down for. But it's just like throughout the whole game, you don't really want to be missing that 40 attack speed for entangles.
And
Chalice
because Midas
through,
is a sunk cost, you can still use those gloves later, like you said. You know, treads, whatever else, your helms. Up top, 33. He's in the danger zone. He's going to get off a nice fear, but it's not going to do that much. Chalice is just rolling back and forth and back again. No escape path, and now 10-4 LGD starting to break this one open as they focus down the tier 1 up top. No defense to be mounted.
He even tried a Bob Ross play where he was going to like run, like body block off the Naga and then I guess TP or something. I guess TP was on CD. Maybe that was the Naga's branch. I'm not even sure.
Man, it looked so good for NIP at the beginning, and now it seems like everything's just crumbling a little bit. 33, not able to find space to farm anywhere.
And it's like they made that one rotation to try and take the tower with Fada. Didn't work, and now suddenly they're looking kind of lost here. And Chalice with this great start already into that first javelin, looking straight into the Maelstrom.
Great when Pango can get this kind of a lead. He just does so much damage. Initiating on these supports like the Shadow Shaman. He's paper thin.
Yeah, and look at that ward underneath them too. It's just been scouting this whole time. Like Peter's just been sitting here forever under this ward doing nothing.
Mm-hmm. So, and like we talked about in the draft, this ordinarily tanky Earth Spirit, only level 4 right now, actually has the same amount of HP as the Shadow Shaman. Still bereft of a bracer.
There you go. Just wait till he gets his bracer, though. You trying to say this guy's not the tankiest 4? Because I'll die on that hill.
No, I'm trying to say in this situation, your tanky 4 is looking pretty squishy. At level 4. At 12 minutes. They're going to jump in onto the Bane. Level 6, he's going to get brought down. So that'll be a little pick-me-up. Gets him a tick closer to level 5. Sorta.
I guess the only problem for the Radiant really is this Razor. You know, obviously he's a little underfarmed and not necessarily a hero you want to be underfarmed, but it's okay. FY is making up for it on the support Tiny, who's almost becoming a core at this point.
Well, and this is one thing that NIP can rely on. Even if they fall behind, they have great objective takers. They're going to utilize it here for this tier 1. PSG.LGD, though, will mount a response. No Naga Siren ulti leveled up. Rolling Thunder all the way through. PPD going to be in some trouble, taking a lot of damage. They can't finish him off quite yet. They do get the tower and trade away their Shadow Shaman. Now Earth Spirit, he's going to be the target. Fiend's Grip utilized there. Both supports down on the side of the Dire. Maybe a Bear on top of that and be a nice little 2.5 to round things out. And looks like they've got plenty of damage. Plus 300, baby.
I feel like Chalice just completely took this game over after the lanes. Like the lanes were already looking pretty good. Obviously Chalice just had the best lane in the game. He was up to like 30, I feel like he was like 38 or something and 12. Like he just had a ton of denies, ton of last hits. The Ursa had nothing to really do. And then he just started rotating. FY got a lot of space too early on. Like he was giving that lane on the bottom when the Razor started moving towards the jungle a little bit more.
Split Earth connects on 2. FY, the one maybe left behind here. The Diabolic Edict. Plenty of damage to secure the kill. It is level 4. NIP strike back and at least end a spree. A little extra gold going the way of Fada. And Drum of Endurance up on Ursa. So Ace starting to show some signs of recovery. About halfway towards that Blink Dagger now.
And it looks like Ame is going in towards that Manta and likely Diffusal afterward too. Versus an Ursa. That seems like a solid choice. Could just go like Manta, Scotty or something too, I suppose. But we'll assume a Diffusal. Most likely thing.
Okay.
Dire's middle tower.
All right, so NIP already down 5k at 14 minutes. Obviously a very tough spot to be in. What can they do this game? I guess turn it around with the blink on Ace would be the big thing to look for, plus an early Roche.
I think they might try to stay quiet until this Radiance comes out.
They're
very
gonna
far away.
I think they're going to smoke Peter and the Bear, and they're going to go into Roche with the Snakes. Although the Snakes, I don't even know if the Snakes would help you.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know.
Like, Ursa does them so fast.
I don't think they can kill it fast enough.
They should be able to, honestly. Like, Ursa is just ridiculous, right? The only thing is that, the Ursa doesn't have a mask.
That Bear. Okay.
Oh yeah, not the lone druid.
I thought you meant the lone druid. I was like, I don't think the bear's doing that much damage, dude. That's...
Oh,
now we're on the same page.
They're smoking towards the Ursa. Is this tower? Is it? Oh, what a scan! Busted. I mean, it is 15 minutes to be fair, so they're like, oh, is anyone coming down to those ruins? So they know that they're all playing down bottom. That means the Radiant can now go top. And considering X-Nova's been camping up here for the longest time, really it's a question of like, okay, what can you guys get right now? Because you know where they all are, and there's 2 of you killing a bear. Well, he's gonna ult for it. All right, that's
plus
worth
300, dude.
Yep.
That's worth.
He wasn't expecting that, I guess.
Blink Dagger up on Tiny, and Manta Style secured on the Naga Siren. 2 big pickups for LGD.
This is level 4 Edict, though, and they are not down bottom.
And there's that Ursa Blink also.
Like, they're ready to just throw down these snakes as well. And I don't know, I feel like they missed an opportunity here from LGD. They knew they were all there, and they were all just kind of sitting here farming. I feel they could have put some pressure top. X-Nova has just been living in that area back and forth up top.
Oop. Yeah, Razor going to get brought down bottom. I think they were close to finishing up that little round of items. You know, Tiny's sitting there. Hey, guys, I need 100 gold for my Blink. Let's just be a little bit patient here.
It was so free. Like, how do they still have a mid-tower?
Good question.
I don't know. I mean, this would be a good grab, though, so they will get there, but they're going to keep going bottom. They will force you back. They're going to glyph and just fully try and force LGD to return home. There's no TP on the Pango, no TP on the Bane, no TP on the Naga. Oh my god, they got lose tier 3.
And they're not even going to get the tower mid.
They actually don't have a TP on anyone.
Oh my gosh, they're actually going to get a tier 3 out of this. NIP get away with murder, but now can they get out? Naga Siren does have an ultimate to try to break up this retreat. Ace going to be caught by the ensnare. Fada TPs, and they might just leave 33 high and dry. Fiend Script secures the kill back there onto the Ursa. FY does end up getting brought down inside all the chaos, but the bear falls before the lone druid himself. It's a 2 for 3. Decent cleanup for LGD, but it comes at a heavy cost. Tier 3 secured. Shrines now opened up. NIP maybe not happy with the end result, but they got something.
It's relatively neutral, I guess, because I'm not sure if, honestly, they'll even be able to get to that top shrine. It might require, like, a fight's happening on the bottom side of the map, and PPD just throws snakes on it or something. Like, it's not going to be the easiest shrine for them to grab.
Mm-hmm.
And looks like they scouted exactly where Earth Spirit just warded, and yeah. The sentry was even already down, so when XM rotated over, he saw it.
Fada does have an Atos up now on this Leshrac. Go with his Yule's Scepter. Top lane, initiation onto Saksa. Poor Earth Spirit going to be 2v1'd. And without any options, we'll get finished off by a toss from FY. And down bottom, X-Nova will suffer a similar fate. Looks like caught by some shackles from PPD and plenty of follow-up damage there from Fodder.
They're looking a little tilted, not gonna lie. Couple random deaths there with the Bane. I mean, Doxa, of course, they saw the whole way through, so not too surprised he went down, but they gotta collect themselves here. I guess Ame just hasn't really peaked because he's just about to finish that defusal, and then these fights are gonna look pretty difficult for NIP, but it took so long that maybe 3-3 can get himself the Radiance. He's 1,600 gold away at the moment.
Definitely giving him a lot of space. This is the drawback to the Naga Siren. Even when she's having a good game farming at the top, she is still very slow to come online.
She's a pretty big vacuum, too. Like, she sucks away a lot of the resources from your allies. It's really hard to keep your own net worth up when you're playing with her. And despite all the D-wards they've gotten, look at these sentries they've dropped down here. They actually managed to plant 2 sentries that don't get that high ground ward. Oh, sorry. We're going to miss X-Nova again. But it's ward game. So, you know, like, how is this observer still up, actually? It let them spot where the Razor was farming, and that's kind of what gave them that free pick onto the Bane.
LGD getting pushed back further and further. NIP, they are on the hunt. Guardian Greaves picked up by Pango. FY in a position to try to counter-initiate here. He does jump in, gets an avalanche on 3, toss combo onto Saksa, almost enough for the kill. Song of the Siren will set this up. They should be able to finish off the Earth Spirit, but will they get more? Yes, indeed. Leshrac buys himself a second with the Yules, but a double kill secured for the Razor. LGD respond just like that.
Yep, easy net. And they can finally get this tier 1 in the mid lane. They can also think about Roche. I mean, like, they have the space for it, but unfortunately, they don't really have the heroes to kill it. I mean, Naga's a lot better at it than she used to be, but I don't think they have the actual damage. And now they are going to find 3-3. The only problem is there's nothing to bounce off of up here is Pango. You definitely do not burst down.
He found enough. He gets that second stun. Now X-Nova's here. Bear also going to rotate in. PPD falls elsewhere on the map. Saksa going to have to roll away as the lone druid sure to fall. 2 down now on the side of the Dire. Magnetize. And I think Saksa will be clear. Maybe not. FY closes the gap. Gets kicked away, but now Ame in pursuit. Connects with an ensnare. Bada on the other side. Can't do much, and that's going to be 3 dead. LGD, the lawnmower, coming down towards the Dire base.
Yeah, and now there's a BKB for XM too. So even though he was a little underfarmed earlier, he has now surpassed all of the Dire heroes. And BKB just gives him free reign in these fights with the Eye of the Storm. So nice dive there onto the lone druid too, just to find him out like that, knowing that like the Leshrack's dead. Like if Leshrack could even just TP that tower, they probably can't get that kill. But no real answer available there from NIP. So they are now up 10k for LGD. And, you know, as slightly disastrous as losing your tier 3 was, again, we kind of knew it wasn't really going to matter because I feel like their heroes were just so far ahead. It's just a TP fiasco.
Another rolling thunder here. Chalice.
Miss.
Not able to connect. I'm going to continue to move. Not giving NIP any opening.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Even thinking about a heart
lead.
next for Ame.
Here we go. FY. He jumps in, gets the initiation, instantly hexed as a counter. Chalice, without the ultimate, not able to do too much. But here's your BKB from XM. Man's up onto the Ursa, and the bear will fall. Nice 10-second BKB debut. I love the aggression here from LGD. They know that they've got a commanding position now. They've hit their core item timings, and they are just going to starve out the map and keep this pressure on.
And this lone druid just still not having the ratings. He just gets it now from 3-3. Probably what helped them play so aggressive. I mean, they've just been playing without their Naga for the majority of this game. Like, the one fight she was really involved in was the song. Aside from that, she's just kind of been shoving out waves here and claiming all these towers.
It's having an impact, though. It's helping keep this pressure on the Dire side of the map, so it just feels like NIP have nowhere to breathe. That is one upside of the Naga. You know, like you mentioned, the vacuum effect, that can be kind of a downside if the rest of your team's underfarmed. But the upside is you pretty much never have problems in terms of lane equilibrium.
Yeah, that's definitely true because lanes pushed equals information. So if the lanes are being shoved out that far and you have this extra vision from all of your creeps, it makes the gank squad a lot easier for the other 4 heroes as Ame's able to just quickly clean up Saksa. And basically the same spot he died last time. Oh, speaking of dying in the same spot, it's Ace.
Exact same story. Looks like pretty much the same ending as well. Ace tries to run up the high ground to farm. LGD have the trap set, and they will bring him down once more. Now a 13k net worth lead. NIP busting apart at the seams, and I think 1 or 2 more fights, and they might just want to call this and take it to a game 3 where they can start fresh.
She has a heart. She's gonna have an... I don't even know if she takes the Aegis. I'm pretty sure you give this... Do you give it to the Razor? Maybe the Naga is still better. I think you give it to the Razor. Like, I don't think they can kill Ame. I guess there is an Ursa. Maybe you give it to Ame. We'll see.
We'll see indeed. I hear you, though.
Razor
I would
pretty
be tempted
trash
to hand it over to, like, the Razor or the Pango or something that's
just
more
give
likely to die.
Play it safe, I think.
Yep, they will. They'll move out the Wraith Band. Meanwhile, on the other side, the team is fighting. It's 4v2. Chalice still alive. FY, though, getting low, caught inside of the wards. The rest of the team will counter-initiate. They go 1 for 1 as PPD gets brought down afterwards. XM stealing a lot of damage from this Ursa. Ace still alive, but just can't put out any kind of hurt. And the Druid going to be locked down. Now Song of the Siren will stop the Rolling Thunder a little bit, but sets up this fight so that they can just clean house. Beautiful positioning from Ame to wake up 1 at a time. They get the kill on 33. He buys back. Saksa tries to roll into the trees, but that will just be to his ultimate demise. 33 back in the fray. NIP throwing bodies at this. We'll see if it's actually going to be a good solution. They do get the kill on Chalice. It's a monster streak ended. XM also going to get rooted and locked down. Seems these buybacks were more than worth it. And Ame, he's out of mana. Doesn't have an ultimate, of course, still Aegis there, but all alone, he's not going to be able to do anything.
And now with the Shadow Shaman, should be an easy cleanup here. I mean, X-Nova's coming from behind, but I don't think he can do much.
It's just too much damage with the Ursa on top here. Oh, they're going to be able to bring him down despite the roots from FY and his attempt to save his friend. Uh-oh, he's going to fall as well. Now buyback used by Chalice. Let's take a look at the recap, but that's going to be a big swing favoring NIP once you factor in buybacks.
Yeah, I think that for the most part came down to the fact they started a fight while they were still cleaning up Aegis. That seemed a little silly from LGD. Like, it felt like they could just kind of wait their numbers. Now, at the same time, NIP were obviously trying to force an engagement. Once they saw the Naga had just picked up the Aegis, and they see two heroes, they're like, okay, well, she's far enough away that we can fight these two. The Pango still didn't have ulti as well from the previous engagement, so it didn't start off in the ideal fashion for LGD. Just get a little bit too ahead of themselves. Kind of like how they lost that tier 3. It feels like just a couple slight, you know, macro positioning mistakes here from LGD.
Absolutely, but more than a sign of life for NIP. Roche is like that big objective that you'd think Aegis allows them to maybe get a gank to siege high ground. Now that advantage is completely mitigated. They get some breathing room on the map. Ursa all of a sudden is very close to his BKB, basically has the gold for it. Lone Druid, he's working on, looks like Maelstrom into Mjolnir next.
And he still doesn't have his bear, right? Oh, no, it's bottom. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
He's second bear coming back up, so. Yeah, I don't know. It is a little scary having a, like, hard position 1 draft. Wow, that is the real Ame.
Uh-oh. His team is smoked up, wrapping around. It's sort of bait. Also kind of an opportunity for NIP. Who's going to get the jump? And they'll go in on to Fada. He manages to pop the BKB, but a big Rolling Thunder from Chalice. Not too much to bump off of. XM also coming in the back line. NIP just getting ripped apart. They're trying to Delta split and just mitigate the losses. Still all 5 alive, but running low on gas. The Song of the Siren comes out. We'll lock a few of these heroes in place, and that should be enough to get the kill on Ace. These 2 bears left behind. The big targets that PSG.LGD really want anyhow. Fiend's Grip deployed, and both bears will be put down.
Got a little worrisome there for a second, honestly. They got the Entangle and the Fear on the Ame, but yeah, once he's able to be forced out of there, I believe by FY, made a saving play on him there.
It was just a good movement from LGD.
Yeah.
NIP not ready. You can see they kind of hesitated. Like, do we go on this Naga Siren? We know she has Song. They can definitely react. And while they were crunching the numbers on that, the rest of LGD were just wrapping around the backside.
Dire's top tower.
I feel like Chalice has just gotten so much value out of this Pango ult this game.
He's 9-1-12 too. He's had a fantastic match.
Gonna split some pressure here, chipping away at that tier 3 mid. Also, they will go in on to Fada. Another BKB charge used. More than enough to keep him alive, but it just feels like this Lesh is not doing that much damage anymore. The Guardian Greaves able to mitigate a lot of it. Ace with his BKB jumps in, doing what damage he can. Chalice getting low, but not going to fall. Saksa and Fada both in the grave. Buyback now used by Fada. Not going to be available for the Earth Spirit or the Lone Druid. Now the Glyph to try to defend this tier 3. NIP desperately trying to hang on. No Rost awards for 30.
There's no BKB on this Ursa, though. He just can't fight.
Not even close to the Basher. Tier 3 falls, and they're going to have to sacrifice this top lane of Barracks. Maybe with the Lone Druid up in 5, they can mount a defense elsewhere. I don't know if LGD are going to stick around. Seems like they will, though. Ame so beefy in the front line now. 3K gold. Butterfly up next. They're just looking at this Naga like, how do we kill this guy? Tier 3
10
mid.
seconds BKB on Leshrac, 20 seconds for the Ursa.
Rost awards now. Try to slow things down. PPD caught by an ensnare. Well, that's a long time to be locked in place. Ame just juices him. Buyback from PPD used pretty much right away. Fiend Script from the low ground. X-Nova. A lot of damage into the Lesh. They're just going to clean up the wards, get a little bit of extra gold.
Maybe another 4-staff now, too. Like, how can this Ursa play his game, right? Like, even when he has BKB now, there's a 4-staff on the Bane and the Tiny to help save these cores. And Ace had one decent chance to blink in there when the Razor was trying to focus down the Shaman wards, and he got an instant halberd. And that'll be a pick mid, though, into X-Nova. And Ame's on the run. Has the
Maybe
song
looking to grab a few more. It's just FY and Ame right now. They do have a Song of the Siren. Saksa taking a lot of damage, but wow, they're putting the hurt into Ame. They bring him down to about half, but there's the song. Ace, he's got a BKB. Unfortunately, it doesn't last long enough, and he gets put back to sleep. They might try to turn, but he blinks back. Rolling Thunder forward. Chalice, what's he going to commit for? He's going straight in, but oh no! He gets stuck on the little cliff there, and I think that's going to give NIP the moment they need to make it back to their base.
The good thing he took the 2-second shield crash talent.
Well, happens to the best of us.
Dude, Ace is on the run for these bounties. Oh, no.
He's got a shrine nearby, but they're going to be able to slow him down with the stuns. And now Ace is killed. 50 seconds in the grave. No buyback.
Yikes. The bounty death.
Time to shove down mid and get a Rax for free. I mean, let's be real. The game's obviously very difficult at this point and practically over.
So, trying to find any way back into it can be hard.
Absolutely.
Man, LGD turning up though. This Naga pick actually did a lot. Even though it was like kind of a weird game for the Naga, she peaked really early. Her net worth is absolutely insane, and it felt like she just had a Manta and then suddenly a Diffusal and then almost instantly a Heart, and then she got a Heart and an Aegis at the same time. It's just like, well
yeah,
done. And then that fight actually went bad for them.
I think the build that he went for was really good too. Like the early Wraith fans just stat up because it gives her the ability to participate if needed. We'll hold that thought though as the fight breaks out. Saksa rolls in. They get some wards down. It's a low, tiny FY does fall. It's an okay start to the fight for NIP, all things considered, but Fada getting repelled all the way back to as well. XM goes in. He might have had glasses on, but this is space created. They're going to focus him while the rest of his team focuses on the tier 3. 2 buybacks used by PSG.LGD. They'll just TP to that bottom shrine. And it seems like they want to end this here. They know those 2 heroes in the grave don't have buybacks. Now the Fiend script on Ursa. GG gets called by 33, and we are going to a 3rd match.
LGD looking a lot cleaner this game. A couple of mistakes losing to tier 3, but honestly, in the end, we kind of knew that they weren't even going to lose a shrine based off of that because they were so far ahead at that point. And as cool as the Naga was, I feel like I got to give a lot of props to Chalice on this Pango. He made this Pango look first pick worthy, and we talked about how they had kind of been forcing these 2-1-2 lanes to the side of LGD, and with this early Bane, it really worked out. The Ursa just did not have a game. Started off way too low. You pick this hero to have a good lane matchup, and you see this Pango, and you're like, yeah, okay, I can take a Pango. But not if the Bane is just going to bully you for that long. And maybe partially because they picked this